some movements that are going to activate the muscles in your pelvis. First of all, lay on your back with your feet hip width apart, flat on the floor, like so. Put a blanket underneath your head if you feel like you need it, and you can tell if you need it if your chin is like that and not like that. So if your chin is like that, facing the sky, bring a pillow underneath your head until your chin is sort of dropped towards your chest and aligns the spine, puts the ribs in a comfortable position. So just lay here for however long you like. Be aware of your feet, the placement of your feet, how much weight you feel in each foot and where that weight is situated. It could be on the outer edges, little toe side, or it could be in the heels. Just observe the weight and where it's placed. And then when you're ready, you turn. We'll start with the right foot because it's closer to the camera. Turn the foot onto the little toe side. It's going to drop your knee open and you just slide your foot forward. And then again, turn it to the little toe side. Let the knee bend and then bring the heel with the knee outwards up. Turn the sole of the foot to the floor, and that's going to lift the knee up. It activates those pelvic muscles and the inner thigh muscles. So we'll just do that a few times. Observe how far the knee drops open. Do this with the least amount of muscular effort. So focus on your bones, the positioning of your bones. Get this looseness happening in the hip socket and the pelvis. And you go to the other side and you observe the differences between the two sides. It's not a judgment, it's just this observation. What have you got? How do you habitually use your body? It's going to set up a pattern. And what we're doing here is we're checking it out. In fact, all of these movements, it's just an observation of what your range of motion is. And then bring the other one forward, so both of your legs are out straight. We're going to walk the bones, so using the ankles. Keep your feet hip width apart, so these are your hips here. This is your pelvis, these are your hips. And the heels stay on the floor. They don't slide back and forth like that. They stay there. They use the floor as a fulcrum. And as you exhale, flex your ankles. And then as you inhale, extend your ankles open. Do this with the least amount of effort. Focus on your bones, a feeling of your bones being moved by your ankles. Keep your feet soft, so the movement isn't generated from your feet as such, it's the ankles. They flex, moves the knees, the pelvis, the shoulders, the head. You extend. Feel that movement. Let that movement actually come through the bones. And then let go. So you can do this as long as you like. And we'll just go to the right side. Just do the right side. Let that movement come up through the right side and back down. Connecting to your bones through your feet, or connecting your head to your feet. Soften. Go to your left balancing patterning of this, the left and the right body. And then bringing the feet back up into standing. Place your right ankle on the left thigh. Just adjust the standing foot so it's more underneath your knee, the heel underneath your knee. Not too far in so you're choking the knee joint. Just, we need a good lever. Turn the left foot onto the little toe side and let that movement come in to your pelvis. When you want to stand the foot again, turn the sole of the foot to the floor to bring yourself back. Try to keep this knee at that plane. So as you come over onto your side, don't let the knee drop in towards your body. Let it stay here. As you turn the foot to the side, it feels like I'm bringing my knee, I'm sort of drawing my knee away from my torso as I come over. And if you can come all the way over, do so, but work towards it, just rocking first of all a little bit so that you get the mastery over your foot. So your foot is the prime mover, so you ask yourself, am I moving my foot first or am I moving my legs first? To come up, you initiate the sole of the foot, in this case it's my left foot, towards the floor, and then I allow that movement to come up through my bones to bring me up. And then you adjust the ankle so it's on the outside of my knee, my standing knee. I'm going to turn my foot to the big toe side, and this time it feels like my knee is moving away from my body. So we're just easing into this, so you don't have to come all the way over. To come up again, you initiate the movement from the standing foot, the sole of the foot starting towards the floor. To come up, drop the knee open and come back to that first side. Roll the foot to the little toe side. Bring the sole of the foot to the floor to come up. Adjust your ankle so it's on the outside of the standing knee. Roll the foot to the big toe side, bringing the knee away from the torso. And just find it. Oh, I've got a nice click then in my vertebrae. Put the foot onto the floor and then go to the other side. Little toe side. Moving the knee away from the body. Initiate the movement from the foot to come up. Drop the ankle so that nestles in the outside of my standing knee. Turn the foot to the big toe side and drop over. It's like it feels like I'm bringing this top knee away from my body as I'm moving to the side. Coming up. Adjust the ankle so it's lying across the thigh. And coming over to the side. This time this knee is coming away from my body. So keeping this length in the hip and also lengthening through the pelvis. And as I come up, the foot comes towards the floor. Come up, drop my foot onto the floor. Turn my feet to the side one at a time. Bring the feet up. So I'm going to do one more today. Again, bring the heels underneath the knees, and this time I'm going to move my knee away from my torso. So again, it's my knee initiates the movement, and then I let that extension flow up into my hip, and my pelvis is going to lift a little off the floor. So I inhale and I bring my knee away from my body, which then creates this tiny little bit of space underneath my pelvis. So what is happening here is my back is going into extension and the front of my body is lengthening. And I come back, bring the knee back, which settles the pelvis back onto the floor. Bring the knee forward and allow that movement to lift the pelvis a little off the floor. This knee resists the tendency to drop it to the side. We'll be doing something with that later, but just now we just get this movement, just connect the feet and the pelvis with each other via the knee. The knee comes forward, pelvis lifts off, and we drop it back. And we can do the other side. Come forward, the pelvis straightens really, goes into extension. And then we can do both at the same time. So if I bring my left knee forward, and I've got that little lift underneath my left pelvis, I'll do the same. I'll hold it there, and then I'll bring my right knee forward, and then I can extend through here, like I let go, my belly lets go, and my pelvis, my back is contracting, which shortens everything and pulls it down towards my feet, and I get this lift in my body, and it feels like I can stay for ages because it's my bones that are supporting me. And then you come down, you just roll yourself down, and again bring the legs forward, come into neutral. I'm just going to roll the body, so come into this position, roll over your spine, sit up into shin box like so. If you can feel how it's balanced here, you know, there'll be a feeling that it's a little bit like that. The more we let go in the opposite pelvis, the more balance we get in the pelvis, the pelvic bones. So the muscles of the pelvis are largely responsible for the movement of the thigh bone. So the bottom of the thigh bone is the knee. Releasing them from tension and imprisonment through movement, we can create space and activation for those thigh muscles to now do their job, which is to move, well, part of their job is to move the thigh bone, and then we get this going, which is going to create an adjustment in the knee, which is going to then work down into the feet. So we just make a change, come on to the other side, check it out. How does that sit? If it feels like you're falling over like that, you've got to hold yourself up. There's a big shortage in that, in the pelvic, the side where the foot is at the back. So you take something, put it underneath that other pelvis there, just under that half, like so, until you feel that you've got this balance, more balance here, and you're not having to support yourself because you don't have the space in those pelvic muscles for the pelvis to release down into the floor. Okay, so I'll leave it there. There are many, many more, but these are really the basic ones I use in my classes to get primarily connect the neural pathways to those underused pelvic muscles, and these are the thigh muscles here. Okay, so yeah, have a go at that, and I'll do a series, and yeah, I'll see you later.